Okay, great. So welcome to our money class today. We'll be taking a look at different things, mostly reading material here and talking about money. All right, money maybe from your hometown or from your country, and different vocabulary with that. Okay, so let me just go ahead and get this ready here for us, and we'll share my screen momentarily. Yes, I'm getting fast at this. Perfect. So the other day we actually had a money class as well. Okay. But today we're going to use some of that vocabulary. So if you don't know what the vocabulary means, just let me know and we can talk about it. Okay. So first question. Is it acceptable to have an overdraft in your country? Now, overdraft was one of our vocabulary words. Can anyone tell us what that means first? What's overdraft?
I know the meaning of draft, but I'm not sure about overdraft.
Okay, overdraft. All right. Does anyone else know? Alex, were you in class last time? I don't remember.
Overdraft, it could be meaning when you in your bank account you don't have enough money, in your bank account, and you have to ask just for in your bank if they can lend you some money over your debt.
Well, kind of. It has something to do with money. However, an overdraft is when, for example, you are going to buy something, you think you have 100, let's say euros or dollars in your account, you spend $112, let's say, and that's overdraft. So you didn't have enough money. Right, let me go back and let's see. There it was. One moment. All right, and can everyone see the last part here? Let me just check. Kind of. So overdraft, a deficit in the bank account that happens when you take out more money than you deposit. So like I said, if you don't have sufficient funds, it's overdraft. Okay, and normally there's a fee for that, unfortunately. So you already don't have enough money, and then they charge you more money for that. Okay, so does that happen to anyone? It happens in the United States, and you know what? In Spain, it's happened to me, and I don't think there's been a fee. So, opinions. Garrett, does it happen in Pakistan?
I have no idea, but definitely it would be, I think.
Okay.
Because I haven't done anything yet.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Marco, has this happened to you? You thought you had more money than you actually did, and you overdraft?
No, fortunately not. Fortunately not, because when you have overdraft in your bank account, normally you have to pay high rate of interest on in the land, that you have asked your bank. So it's quite dangerous to be overdraft.
Yeah,
it's not
is.
good.
Absolutely, it's
I
quite
think
negative.
credit card holders may suffer.
Actually, for my credit cards, at least in the United States, in Spain, it's different. In the United States, for example, if I want to spend more than my limit, I can't go through with the transaction. It won't let me. If it happens in Spain, instead of it coming out or taking money from my credit card, it actually comes from my normal account. So it works then as like a debit card. So there's different ways here. Alex, do you have any experience with this?
I heard which overdraft is allowed in Russia, but I've never used it.
Okay, okay. Well, that's good. And Ken, anything to add here?
Mhm. Yeah, it's allowed in the law, but I've never used it. Also, paying check is rare here, so I don't know what happened. My account became minus.
Mm-hmm.
You said
Okay,
never experienced it. Yeah,
good. Yeah, well, that's another thing
maybe
too.
I, I need to pay interest after that too. Plus maybe the pay and interest probably.
Yeah, it definitely depends. And by the way, you sound much better now. There's no
Okay,
static.
thank you.
Okay. Okay, so Ken had mentioned checks, and that's how I spell it. And then in the UK, ugh, my computer says it's wrong. I'm pretty sure this is how you spell it, checks. Okay, so that's when you have a little piece of paper that says, you know, you're going to pay a certain amount. And you can overdraft there too. That's happened to me because I was careless and not looking at my account. Those are checks, and yet in Spain, they very rarely use them. Even when people get paid their salary, they're paid in cash. Marco, are checks very normal in Italy?
Okay, now I mute
Perfect.
my mic. Yes, it depends on what kind of buying you want to buy. Of course, if you, for example, if you want to buy a car, no, so you know it costs very huge, no, lots of money. Of course, it's better. It's better. Of course, you can take with you, no, a very huge money, no, in check, no, sorry, in cash, in cash. So you normally pay with a check, but in a normal daily life, we can buy uh, normal goods by credit card or debt card, not check. Check is more for example, buy a house, buy a car, very expensive goods.
Okay. You know what? And that's true. I hadn't thought about that, but yes. So very good. Perfect. Well, I think we have exhausted our conversation with. Oops, let me get back to 17 here. Sorry. We did this the other day. Mm, one more. Okay, good. So overdraft. So that's good. Okay, now it says, do you have a mortgage? When did you get your mortgage? If you don't have one, do you think you'll get one in the future? Okay, so the most important word in this case is mortgage. Can anyone explain mortgage to me?
Can I try?
You can absolutely try.
Mortgage is a loan for buying a house.
Very good. And do you have a mortgage?
I had a mortgage, but it's not a real mortgage because it's usual credit, but I take it for pay for my house, for my flat.
Okay. All right, good. Perfect, thank you. Marco, do you have a mortgage?
No, fortunately not.
Great.
I've been lucky. I have to be honest. My dad bought me my house, my home. So I never tried this kind of experience. Of course, for minor buying, I had a mortgage, but I think it's more right to say a loan, to take out.
Exactly.
Yeah, not a mortgage.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Garrett, I don't think you have a mortgage, do you?
Thankfully not. It comes with lots of conditions.
Exactly. Well, that's good. I don't have one either. Ken, what about you? Any experience with a mortgage?
No, I've never ever bought a house. So
Okay.
yeah,
Is it
I think
common to rent or to buy?
it's up to where you live in. You know, in Tokyo area, such urban area, it's pretty expensive to buy a house. So
Yeah,
people maybe yeah, in the local area, you know, kind of how can I say, rural area, maybe I think many people has owned their house, yeah, or suburb, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Well, I actually saw something yesterday that Tokyo is in one of the top 10. It's one of the top 10 most expensive cities in the world.
Yeah, I think so. New York, Tokyo, London, pretty
Actually,
expensive. Yeah,
London
so
wasn't in the top 10.
really,
London wasn't.
oh,
Yeah. I think it was the first time
I
that it
see.
wasn't, but New York was in there, Singapore, I think Hong Kong, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
There were 5 cities in Asia. It was really interesting. If I see the
Maybe
video
because
again.
of the because of the population pretty dense, so
Well,
that's
I think
why land.
tourism probably.
Yeah. Also, Singapore, Hong Kong, pretty much limited land and with a lot of population, so land price is I think very high or renting price so also. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so good. So mortgage, and then okay. Next question here. It says, "What was the last thing you wasted money on?" Now, wasted is the important word in this case because you can spend money on something or you can waste your money on something. So who can tell me the difference between wasting money versus spending money? Garrett, do you think you might be able to help me with that one? Wasting versus spending, or if Garrett doesn't want to, anyone else?
You mean
Well,
meaning of waste? Sorry.
you go ahead.
Okay, go ahead, Garrett.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, Becky already knew about it. That sometimes ago I ordered a wrong thing, but fortunately they took it back.
Okay. So you wasted it, but then you got your money back. Okay. Good. All right. Well, Ken, can you tell us a little bit more in depth about the definitions?
Waste mean how can I say wasting money, wasting time. You spend money or time for nothing. Maybe that's the waste.
Yeah, you don't need the object if you're wasting money.
Yes.
However, if you
Yeah.
spend money, for example, later I'm going to the grocery store or the supermarket, I will be spending money. I might waste my money on some chocolate or something I don't need, but but I will eat the chocolate, so it won't be wasted. All right, good. Perfect. Next question is, are you a saver? And what is the most amount of money you have ever saved? Maybe we'll just answer this first question here. The other one's a little bit too personal. Are you a saver or a spender? Okay, is the other word. Saver or spender? Marco, would you like to go first?
Okay. Yes. Probably I am in the middle from a saver and a spender because of course it's important to save or to set aside part of your wage because you never know what happened
Yeah.
in the future. So relating, going back to the previous word, to waste, of course, is quite dangerous, no? To
Yeah.
waste your money or through it away, no, through the
Yeah.
wind.
Those
So
are great words.
it's important to save at least. I still remember my dad's lesson. He often, no, used to say to me that it is important to save at least 15 or 20 percentage of your wage. So I tried to follow his his advice, and so every month I try to save at least 15% of my wage. Of course, not always is possible, but I try to do that. It's important to save at least a part of your money because, as I said, something can happen. So you have to be aware about these kind of things, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Very good. Well, I definitely agree. I feel like I'm 50% of both as well. I like to save money. However, if it's something important that I deserve, I will spend my money on it. But always look for a deal first. Okay?
Yeah, right. Good.
Yeah. Spend your money wisely. All right, good. So, Garrett, are you a saver or a spender?
Well, to be very honest, I'm not a good saver. I want to be a wise saver. However, I adjust things in my budget which are out of my budget, but I do arrange, I do adjust. I don't know how do I do this, but fortunately I add up all those things which I need. However, I don't have enough amount sometimes, but I don't know how do I do this, but I get success. But still, I want to become a good saver because I don't save money. Like if I think I need to buy something, that I'll arrange money for it or I'll save for it. But for the thing, if I don't have to purchase any particular thing, then I'll have no money.
Yeah.
That's my bad habit.
Okay, well, I think we all kind of understand that too. So, what do you think of Marca's advice of saving 15% if possible? Are you working right now, Garrett?
I'm just working online and it's not stable. Or I told you about my in British consul work, and that's it. But it is not stable. But I am trying to get something new, which is stable, but according to my requirement, because as you know, I want to become a sole teacher, so I need more money to get admit in other courses. So the thing is, what I think about to save money for me, like if I have some thousand of or 1,000 rupees, or like 9 or 10,000 rupees if I have, so I have to count it 8 or 9. I shouldn't be counting 10,000 exactly, because if I frame all those specific money or specific amount, so maybe I could spend all the money. So I should keep in my mind that I have only 8,000 and 2,000 is for saving. So I'm not supposed to count it. So this could be good for saving money.
Okay.
But still I'm not doing it.
One thing is having the idea, the other part is implementing it. But still, I mean, if you don't have a stable job, it's difficult to save because you never know when you'll need the money. So it is difficult when you don't have something stable, but that's okay. At least maybe in the future, when you do get a stable job, you can save that 15 to 20%, like Marco was saying. Actually, I'm going to take that into consideration. So. So very good, thanks. Good, good. Alex, are you a saver or a spender?
Sometimes the difficult question because I don't think myself as a spender, but I didn't save a lot of money, maybe because cost of life it's high for my outcome. Maybe I try to save a part of my budget,
Okay.
but it's not very big.
Right. Well, like Marco was saying, it's a percentage, not necessarily, X amount, but the percentage. So that's good. And Ken, I'm going to guess you're a saver for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to save, but I don't know whether I'm a good saver or not. Because
Okay.
maybe I try to save the money in a kind of for example daily for daily product or food or something like that. For example, I go to the shopping mall or supermarket late hour. In that hour, they release the how can I say delicacy food or prepared food maybe half price or sometimes less than half price. So I often buy the good food package. I mean, a sushi package or fish or whatever, and a pretty good deal. But however, I heard that saving little amount things is effective, but more effectively saving good purchase is effective to save the money. So I don't know because some spending is necessary, big spending is necessary. Sometimes I accept it happens, so I cannot save such kind of spending. Yeah, so that's the problem of mine.
Okay, yeah, I think we all like to spend money, but okay, well, good. Next question here says, what are you saving for at the moment? Is there anything that you're going to buy that you're looking forward to? Maybe another, maybe a TV, maybe a car, anything like that? You saving for anything at the moment? Doesn't sound like it. I can't.
I don't know if I can say first, but I can wait if you had someone else.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. Yes, I have something, a proposal that for that I've been saving my money because in 2019 my wife and I will be celebrating our 30 years of marriage. Yeah, it's a very hard, very long
That's as old as
marriage.
me.
Yeah, I hope for you to get that no.
Oh yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, it's a great target, but for that reason, my wife and I will be saving for every month, no, a part of our money in order to get to Brazil. Brazil, it's always been the dreams, my wife's dreams, since she was a young girl, and so I promised her that just in that date, in that big occasion, we'll be going to Brazil. So in order to go there, we've been saving every month a part of our salary, respective salary, in order to not be so spend
Overwhelmed.
all in a once, no, all the money, because it's a very big trouble that it asks lots of investment, no. Instead, saving monthly money. I think when we be arrived at the time, we have the huge part of the cost of that trip already saved without um, spending all together. No, that's our idea, our main idea about saving our money in this moment.
Well,
In the
that's
future.
fantastic.
Oh, thanks. That's our dreams.
Well, good, good. I think that's the best way to do it. Little by little, putting a couple, if it's 20 or 30, 50 euros per month away, maybe you won't notice it. Especially if it's 20 or 30 euros, I know I wouldn't notice putting that away. And if you do it for, let's say, 5 years, that's a good chunk of money. So that's really good. That's the best way to do it. And that's how I saved up for my past wedding. Obviously, not everything was paid for, but it's little by little. So that's great. Would anyone else like to comment on anything that they're saving for? Otherwise, we'll go to the next question. Nothing. Okay.
May I?
Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I want to say, my note. For example, today banks offered special function. I don't know in web interface for your account. You can turn on a special function which can save as how it's particular percent of a comment to your account. For example, you get your wage and 1% go to another your saving account. It's automatical saving.
Absolutely good. I know my mom used to do that with Christmas gifts, for example, and throughout the whole year, I think if it was 5, 10, 15%, she would put away towards Christmas money, and then at the end of the year, when she had to buy gifts, she had the money. So great. And Ken, any comments about saving?
Yes, maybe I'm not buying a lot of stuff or I rarely travel these days. But even though I can find some fun experiment around here, so just I try to find some kind of new thing or familiar things to enjoy in my life. Maybe that's how I am saving the kind of money spending, I think.
Well, very good. I suppose I'm not saving up for anything, but I'm paying off a loan for the car we bought last year. So a little different here. All right, the next question here is, have you ever invested in anything? I suppose the only thing I can say I've invested in is my education. I'm still paying for my university or college studies. So hopefully within the next year or two, that will be paid off. This could be talking about stocks, let's see, stocks or bonds, something like that as well. So any comments about investing?
Yes, if I can. Oh, please, Gareth. Go on.
No problem. You can carry on.
No, it's your turn. It's your turn, please.
Ladies first today, right now.
Okay, thanks. Well, I've invested in bonds. I bought some bonds, and still they are like they are just bonds and nothing.
All right.
But
can you explain the bond to us? What is a bond?
Bonds, it's kind of money if I cash through the bank. So bonds which we can get some huge amount. It's kind of lottery for me, but I can also cash my bonds through bank when I need money.
Okay. All right, good. I was thinking of something a little bit different. I know, for example, if I put, let's say, 100 euros into, I can't remember the exact word from the United States, but if I put 100 euros into something, into an account, I can't touch it for, let's say, 5 or 10 years, but it's guaranteed to go up. So it's guaranteed to be worth more after those 5 or 10 years.
This is kind of bonds you have?
I can't remember the exact word at the moment.
We have it's same like a money, like a material is the same, and we have certain numbers on it, on the bond, and we can match from the list. If we are lucky one, then we can have some amount, like a huge amount. If we are not as lucky, then we can have those bonds in other form, like cash.
Okay.
Yeah, deposit is something else. Fixed deposit, yeah.
Exactly. What is this called? I probably won't even think of it. I'll have to ask my mom. That's what will happen. And she would be awake now, but maybe I'll have to think of it a different day. But Ken, thanks Ken for trying, but I'm sorry that's not it. So it's got a special name. No, it's not coming to my mind. So any other things that we invested in? All right. Wow.
Maybe government bond. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's are some government bond.
Mm-hmm.
Is it common in America or I don't know, other countries?
Well, it depends. There's a savings bond, which has to do with.
Hey Ken, what is the first winning amount of your bond? Tell me.
Me? How can I say? Government, how can I say, collect, how can I say, lend money from people. That's a government bond. There are some other English, expression there that.
Okay, I don't know about it.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thanks, Garrett.
a lot of words
I
for
think
this.
Japanese is gonna help me there. No, it's none of these. It's just very specific.
Maybe national bond, probably. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's a bond actually. I'll ask my mom. It's like, when it's on the tip of your tongue, you can't think of it. Yeah, I'll ask her quick here. Perfect. So besides investing in anything, let's look at the last question here. It says, if you had lots of money, what would you invest in first? So who would like to go first in answering this question?
Well, for me, the best thing is, the best thing is to have some property, buy some property and give it to on rent. This is the best thing.
Okay.
Because I won't have so much risk in it. So I find it more profitable.
Okay. All right, good. Any other comments? You wouldn't go shopping first, Garrett? Investing in some clothes?
Oh, that is mandatory.
Okay, so that's the real first. Okay. Anyone else?
But I thought it as an investment. This is why the shopping is not investment.
Well, it's an investment in your look and fashion.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe buying the store, the shop.
True. The stock in the shop as well. If you're going to buy a lot of clothes from a specific store, invest in the stock as well.
For example,
Okay.
in my opinion, if I had lots of money, the first thing it would be buying houses, because houses is a kind of things that is stable. Even the price of the houses can change during the time, but you can be sure that the houses is something that is still no, remain stable, something that you can touch by investing in, for example, in shares or in bond, like Gareth and Haka said earlier. It uh, could be pay in the future, but also on the other hand, could be a waste of money, because you don't know how the value of your investment will be going in the future. Houses is a is a necessity, for everyone. So probably you can you can sell them when you be short of money, for example.
Yeah,
This is my
actually, that's
way of
true.
this is my way of thinking.
Good. Yeah, and that's true. I mean, the housing in general is a good place to invest, but like you said, you never know. You know, there's going to be a crisis, a recession. However, eventually, you know, maybe it takes 5, 10, 20 years, but eventually, you know, you could either make money or even, we said break even is when you don't earn or lose money. Okay. So I think that's true, especially in like a new upcoming, okay, by Garrett, especially in like an upcoming new area, something that's different. Good. Anything else if you had lots of money?
Yeah, it's very difficult
Marco?
to. Sorry.
Sorry, Ken, you can go. Sorry,
Okay.
you can talk. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very difficult to predict, what's gonna happen future. So yeah, it's very difficult. I don't know nothing about investing. Also, bank has advisor for how to invest, but once I was talking about that, someone who worked in the bank, it's almost like a very tricky kind of thing. Maybe so I don't know how can I trust on in terms of to try invest. Maybe also luck is related almost like a gamble. So maybe many people who are investing, maybe checking the newspaper or information about stock price every day in detail, and they making they collecting the data for that, but sometimes data cannot work. So I'm not so how can I say, I think I'm not I don't have a talent for it.
Okay. Well, good. Thank you for commenting. Marco, did you want to say something?
But the first thing that come up in my mind that it's, it's pointless to save your money uh, uh, underneath your mattress, no? So you have to risk in some way, no? Because you don't do that. Of course, if today, for example, you had 1,000 of dollars or bucks, you are sure that in 10 years they probably would not have the same value, no? They are not worth the same way. So, of course, everything is related of the amount of money that you have. It would be rewarding if you could invest a part of your money in something riskier, and other the part of your money is something more stable or sure or safe. Sorry. So, but in some way you have to try to do something, because the money living apart, in some box, they're going to reduce their value. That's the hand of money. Or spend or invest. There is no
exactly.
other things to do, I think.
Well, you can waste your money, but
Oh, waste. If you have amount of money, yeah, you can. If you are a daughter of Rockefeller, of course, you don't have any problem in the future, probably.
Exactly, right? So very good. All right, perfect. Alex, would you like to comment on anything? We're finishing class, and I didn't think this would take that long. So, yeah, Alex, any comments?
Yes, I have. Consider this question, I think we must think about invest like when money do something they can profit, but if we buy a house, it's not have bring profit in future. Yes, buy stocks or bonds, maybe it's have some risk, but we have we can how it's buy different type, buy different stocks of different company and decrease our risk maybe, and have good profit, and maybe don't work in the future.
Okay, good. Well, another way, if you invest in a house now, you could maybe rent part of it out. Now, that depends on the person, situation. But you could, if you have a big house, you can rent maybe the bottom part of it, and you can get money that way too. A lot of people in the United States do that for extra income, in which it actually pays their mortgage. So, and they can even make a profit on it, depending on how much the mortgage is versus how much the people pay for rent. So that's also a really great idea. Okay, so fantastic. If I had to invest in something, I would definitely do one of these things that I'm trying to think of, and my mom has received the messages and has not seen them, unfortunately. All right, bye, Alex. See you soon. And actually, let me stop the screen sharing here. If I had to invest in something, I think it would be my traveling experiences, and I would travel the world, do things I want to do.
Investing in yourself is the best way.
It's my life.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
yeah, I think that would be good. So, well, perfect. A great conversation. Again, I had like multiple slides to talk about today, and we didn't get to those. We didn't get to those, which is perfectly fine. It was a good review of the vocabulary that we've seen, conversation, new words. So very good. And I just want to mention that my next class is on Sunday. Okay. Sunday the 16th at the same time as today. We'll be talking about small talk in the office. All right. So, or if you go in a taxi, what to say and what not to say.
Okay.
Great topic.
Okay. Any questions, final comments?
My last comment is that I missed you so much, and fortunately today I decided to go to visit you and Aka and the other friends here. But I try to get into your hangout lots of other times, because you are very you are great. So thank you so much for the time.
You're very welcome.
With us.
It's a pleasure having both of you here with us today too, especially Marcus, since you've been with Intengo for such a long time, and it's always nice to see a familiar face again. So, and Ken, it's always nice to see you.
Nice to see you again, Marco.
Bye. Okay. You are great.
All right. Well, have a great day, everyone, and we'll talk to you on Sunday. Goodbye now.
Bye bye.